Morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. 7:30 batch. Okay. We pull the pie chart. Okay. 7:30 batch. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, anyone having a doubt from the previous classes? What are we have seen? Have completed frames, windows, multiple windows, alerts and pop-up. Checkbox we need to see. Okay, we had a discussion. So this is one which I have taken for checkbox. So for checkbox, we have seen three different conditions commands. So is displayed, is enabled, and is selected. So is enabled. I will give the quick recap. Okay, is displayed, which is used to identify whether the element is displayed in the UI or not. Okay, and is enabled. Sometimes the elements may be disabled in the backend. So in order to identify whether the elements are enabled or disabled, we can, using this method, we can able to validate that. Is selected is only for checkbox. So by using the is selected, we can able to validate whether the checkbox is selected or not. Okay. Let me forget opening the application. Okay. So when we want to interact with checkbox, we need to get the element only for the checkbox, because the checkbox, along with the checkbox, we have a labels. Okay, that we need to be careful. We should not include the labels. Only we have to focus on the checkbox. Give a minute. Just okay. See, both which is coming under the div tag. So one is a input and another one is a label. Okay, so we should not go with the label. We have to go with the input. So what I will be doing, I'm taking the export here, copying this my checkbox. For that, I want to maximize this. Then my checkbox. Primer dot find element by dot export. So I have the element for the checkbox. Okay, now I will do the validation. If my checkbox is displayed, okay, is displayed. If it is displayed, I'm saying that yes, the element is displayed in the UI. Then if it is displayed, okay, before going to that, if it is not displayed, then what we supposed to do? I'm going with else condition. I'm stating that the element is not displayed. Very good. Okay. Now coming into the next. If it is displayed, what is the next step? If it is displayed, I am doing the next validation. If my checkbox is enabled. Enabled. If it is enabled, I'm saying that yes, the element is enabled. If it is not enabled, going with else condition, say here yes, the element is disabled. If it is enabled, then I will be going with the next if condition and checking that if my checkbox is selected. So what it selected will do, it will check the checkbox is selected or not, is selected. Okay, it will check only if it is selected. So, but here in the application, it is not selected, right? So it will return a false. So here, having viewing the print statement, yes, the checkbox is selected by default. So now I am unselecting the checkbox. Unselecting the checkbox. So how to unselect? We need to provide the element of the checkbox. Then we need to click it. Similarly, in the other hand, this is for default check, but here it is not checked, right? So obviously what will be doing? It will be coming under the else condition. Here, print statement, no, the checkbox is not selected. Now I'm selecting the checkbox. So my checkbox dot click. So I have I have created some validation here. So here the expectation should be, it should go to if condition, Here, the first expectation, it should print this one. First, the second print statement to coming here. Second, the third, it should not going to here. It will be coming here. That is the expectation because element is displayed, correct? Element is displayed, so it will be true. If it is true, then it will be going to the nested condition, and it is also enabled. It will be going to the if condition. It will be going to the print statement. So finally, it will be checking for whether the checkbox is selected or not. Sorry, it will validate whether the checkbox is selected. But here it is not selected. So what will happen? It will go to the else condition and it will select the checkbox. It will print the statement in the terminal and it will select a checkbox. Okay, so this is how this program will work. That is expectation. Okay, opening the application, maximizing the application, identifying the element, then doing the validation. Any doubt over here? Let me run the program. See, it got selected. Sunday got selected. But you have to notice here one thing. Okay. By default, when the application is opening like this, okay, the window, the body of the page is covered something half of the element. Okay, but the window is closing here, right? So if we want to see the element whichever in the below, we need to scroll. We need to scroll. It is a vertical scroller. We need to use scroller. Sometime what will happen? For example, if you want to try to interact with this input box, okay, through automation. For example, I'm saying you are trying to interact with this, but this element which is something in the bottom, when we are opening the application, we cannot able to see. So in this scenario, what's supposed to do? Sometimes we may get exception in the program. In this scenario, what's supposed to do? You have to validate in the UI. If the element is not visible, is not displayed, you have to do the automation to scroll the scroll bar to down until the element is present. That we will see in the future. How to we can make the scroll bar to scroll down through automation. Okay. For time being, I'm just giving the hint. Okay. Sometime we may get the exception. Sometime we may not. Okay. It depends on the DOM, how it is getting created in the runtime. Okay. Coming into our scenario. Here we have a checkbox. That checkbox is selected. Okay. We get the print statement. Okay. The first is print statement, whatever we have expected. Yes, the element is displayed in the UI. The second is whatever we have given. Yes, the element is enabled. So successfully, these two conditions are working as expected. Finally, when we are coming to here, by default, the element is not selected, right? So it will go to the else condition. It will be validating and it will be going to this else condition when we will get the output from here. No, the checkbox is not selected. Now I am selecting the checkbox. So which means that checkbox is not selected by default. We are selecting the checkbox here. So this is how we need to do the validation. So I will give the exercise. Currently, what we have done, we have only interacted with a single element. Okay, only we have interacted with a single checkbox. So what you can do, you can try with the multiple checkbox. How we can take the multiple checkbox? So we need to identify the element, the specific element only for the checkbox. So this is an automation question. Yeah. So first we need to only extract all the checkboxes. How to extract only all the checkboxes? Everything is inside in the div. Everything is an input tag. So by using that, we can able to extract it. So everything is coming under this div tag, correct? Inside this div tag, we have a div class. So here you can see all the classes, all the div, form group, form group, form group, form group. So one, 2, 3, 4. Fourth group is our checkbox group. So how we can do here? We can create manually div. How we can create the export for this div? We can create the div 4, right? So div 4, div 4. Then we can go with either we can specify with the class with the variable or we can specify form. So here I will be more specifying the value at class form group. Okay. So in the fourth div class, by using the attribute and the variable, because we have already the duplicate values, right? This is a div 1, div 2, div 3, div 4. So do we have any div other than this here? Let me check here. Title. Okay. First div, second div, third div, fourth div. Okay, we are interacting with the fourth div. Inside the fourth div, we have a labels and we have another div and we have input. So what we can do, everything is will be like that only. Okay, we have a div. Inside the div, we have the inputs. So what I will be doing, I am skipping everything here. How to skip it? Double backslash, and I'm giving an input tag. That's the input tag, right? Okay, now we can be able to only select the checkboxes or the respective checkboxes. So by using that, now we have how many elements? 7 elements. Now it is a duplicates, correct? Sorry, not a duplicates, multiple elements. Correct. If it is a multiple elements, what's supposed to do? You have to use find elements concept. Okay. So you have to pause here. Here, instead of using find elements, you can pause this value. Then you can create a checkboxes. Now we have all the 7 elements here, 7 checkboxes. So now what you're supposed to do, you have to iterate it and you have to create some condition. By using that condition, you can select some checkboxes and you can unselect some checkbox. For example, only you want to select only the weekends. So you can select only the Sunday and Saturday. If you want to select only the weekdays, you can go with the weekdays, or alternative days, you can go with the alternative days. Okay. So lightweight, create a for loop and create the condition and try with this exercise. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can let me know. Any doubt? Yes, no. Reflect. Module. So no one have a doubt. That's great. Fine. Let me move on to the next topic. Okay, if you have a no doubt, I will be moving to the next topic. Web table. Okay, web table. See here, this is a web table. Okay, web table is nothing but it is like a Excel. Okay, we have used the Microsoft Excel, right? What is the Microsoft Excel? It is a combinations of rows and columns. Similarly, tables also created as rows and columns. It have a set of rows and it have a set of columns. So by using the rows and the column, we can be able to identify or interact specific elements. Okay, so in the tables we have a different types of table, static and a dynamic table. Okay, so this is a static table. This is not a dynamic table. Okay, they have just given us a dynamic table. This is not dynamic. Okay, this is also static only. Dynamic will be changing. And there we have option to see how it is changing. Here we cannot able to see this. Okay, how it is changing. It is something the values are static here. It is not dynamic. Fine. Let's see. Opening the application. Yes, maximizing the application. Now I want to interact with the tables. So whenever we are interacting with the tables, always remember that we need to extract the rows and columns separately. Okay. Rows and columns separately. See, this is everything is a table here in the form of table tag. Always table is in the table tag. Inside the table, we have a rows and columns. But before to the rows and columns, we have header and the body. We have header and a body. See here, we have a body, but we don't have a header here. We have developed it in different way. Okay, inside the body, they have all the rows. Everything are rows. See, inside the rows, they have a header. Okay, but it's supposed to come header separately, body separately. Inside the rows, there will be a data. Okay, so see, we have a data, DD data. Okay, okay, all the rows we having a each data. So each data will be coming under the each row. So first, what's supposed to do? We need to extract all the rows, extract the only rows, and we have to separately extract the columns. Okay, so let's say first we can go with the rows. Variable dot find elements. We have 7 number of rows, right? So it's supposed to come elements. By dot export comma rows. So how to extract only the rows here? Anyone having idea? Can you help me on this to create the export? Anyone is ready to help me create to only fetch the rows? No, no one is ready. Come on, give me reply, guys.
We can start with table.
Sorry.
/table.
Okay. Maybe who is giving a reply? Thank you, Lily. Who is giving me a reply?
It's me.
Abhinay. Thank you, Abhinay.
And we can specify the attribute name contribute table.
Okay, so can you tell me the syntax? Or you can create and you can create that and you can give me over to the chat. That also fine.
Yes, sure. So we want to fetch all the rows, right?
We want to fetch all the rows. I want also. Totally we have how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. Okay, I want the element single path to extract 7 rows.
Okay.
Not only Abhinaya, everyone can give it try. They can also provide the path. Okay, the path should be smart and efficient. It should not be linked.
Yeah, I just pinned it in the group.
Yeah. Okay. So other than Abhinaya, can anyone having a path? It is showing some error, I guess. Is invalid path.
Okay. I think the code is not completed. The closing part.
This one?
Yeah, at the end of book table.
Book table.
Quote.
Okay.
Yeah, single quotes.
It is returning as a zero elements.
No, let me bring it again. I didn't give
Okay.
the close code. I bring it again.
Okay. So we have 7 elements. Okay. Anyone other than this? Anyone having some more specific path? No? Fine. Good opinion. So we can make this path in some more smart. Okay. Here you can see here inside the table, we have only T body. Okay. We have only T body. Inside the T body, we have all the rows. So here T body is, if we given also okay, but if we are not given, that will be more make sense. Okay. Here we want to skip this T body. We are not supposed to do anything with this T body. If we have anything specifically in another T body, for example, we have multiple T bodies, then we can go with a specific T body. Okay, here we are not doing anything with this T body, and also we have only one tag also. So I would like to uh, remove this T body. If you provided that also fine. Okay, I'm removing the T body. I'm skipping the T body. Since we are not using, and that also looks like only one tag also there. Okay, so I'm not using the T body. It's great. It will give only the rows. Okay, can you anyone give a columns? We have 4 columns, right? Book name, author, subject, price. We have a 4 set of columns. Can anyone give other give some try? So if you guys give some try, then only you will get to know how it is okay. Even though if it is wrong, that is not a matter. You have to supposed to give some try. Who will be giving this? No try. Fine. I will create the columns here. Okay. So column here is supposed to give. I'll be giving a TH. Okay, TH is holding the columns here. Book name, author, because they are headers, right? So obviously it will be coming under TH. So TH will be providing only 4. Okay, only 4. They are the columns. Okay, we can try here how it is working. I'm just first checking the length, how much it is getting. Columns. And number of rows. So the expectation is it's supposed to return 7. It's supposed to return 4. Give me a minute, guys. I'm getting a problem. Parana. Minute. Guys. Okay. So opening the application, maximizing the window, then identifying the rows and identifying the columns. Fine. Let me run this. Let's see. So I'm not doing any interaction over the UI. Okay. So here we got the object. Okay, we got the object. So what we supposed to do? We have to list the len of values. That only it will return the length. I have just printed the object. What is meant by object? We have seen in the first class, right? It's very important to know what is meant by object.
Instance of the particular class.
Correct. So it is an instance of the class. So we don't want to say particular class, okay? Because anyhow we will be providing only one class. So we can say instance of the class. It is used to store all the methods and the attribute. Okay, number of rows 7, number of columns 2. Now what will happen? We can able to interact any element from the table. Any element from the table. So by using this, I'm giving this as an exercise. Okay, it's a static table. It's not a big deal to interact here. Okay, so we have a 7 elements and 4 elements. By using that, we can able to interact anyone from this table. So what you supposed to do? I will give exercise. Okay, so what you can do? Question is, when the author name is Kish, you should return the book name and its price. Okay, so here we have a Mukesh. Okay, when you have a Mukesh, because you are extracting all the rows and all the columns, right? Obviously, you will get all the rows. So you will get all the other Amit, Mukesh, Amit. Okay, you have two Mukesh here. When there is a Mukesh, you have to say that the author book, the author is Learn Java and the book of the author is Master in Selenium. Okay, and what is the price of the book here? It is 500 and it is 3000. Okay, so that's supposed to you have to return. You have to print it. That is exercise. Okay, that is not a big deal. Already we have done. Only you have to create a either you can go with a single loop or you can create a nested loop. By using that, you can achieve this. Okay, create a loop, create a condition. In the condition, you have to validate for Mukesh. If it is a Mukesh, you have to return the specific column. Specific column, which column? Book name column and price column. But try this as exercise and let me know tomorrow. It is a simple one. Now I'm going with the next topic, date picker. Okay, it is one of the important topic. Okay. Here we may have a dynamic table. Here we may have a dynamic table. Okay. So it is a date picker. Okay. See here we have a date. This may we may have encoded with the multiple applications. There we have an option to select the date. Once we click this input box, we will have the date. We have a date. From here, we have to pick the date. Okay, so we have options. We can go with the previous dates and year, or we can go with the future dates and year. Okay, here you can see these are the tables. These are the tables. The dates which are having, it's a table. It is a dynamic table. It is not a static table. See here, if it is a July, the tables are getting changed. If it is August, it is getting changed. So it is a dynamic table. So dynamic table, we need to know how to handle it. Okay. So first we need to see, here we have two options. Okay. Directly by using send key also we can pause. Okay. For example, you want to select the April 1. Okay. So here, what is the format they have given? Month first, year next, date next, then year. So by using send key also, you can pause it, but that is not the expectation. Okay, that is not the expectation. Because you have to know how to iterate the dynamic table, how to interact with this box. Let me run this application first. Driver.get. So first, what's supposed to do? First, we need to inspect the. So first, we need to inspect the box. It is inside the box. So let me go with the selector in order to get the export. Okay. Because it is showing some alert. The element is inside the frame, same as, oh, okay, it is a frame. See here. So whatever the values we have, it is coming inside the it is in the frame. Okay. So these kind of things we need to know. So when we are going with selector, then only we can be able to know that the element which we are trying to interact, it is inside the frame. So if it is inside the frame, what's supposed to do? We have to switch the driver over inside the frame. So here, see, it is in the frame. Okay. So first what we supposed to do, I think we have only one frame, I guess here. Let me check that. See, we have only one frame. So we don't want to worry about much here. So directly what we can do, once we opening the application, we can maximize this. Then we can directly say that driver dot switch to frame. We have to provide the frame name, right? So simply I can give it as a 0. Okay. Simply we can give a 0. It will have only one frame and it will go with the 0. Then the next step it is we need to identify the element. Okay, date. Area dot find element y dot export. We need to pause the date here. Open the export. Uploaded the value. So this is for date. Okay. So we need to pause the value, right? So here we are not pausing using anything here. What we can do, we need to click this. Okay. So once we click this only, we will be getting the dates Correct. So that is what we have done here. Now, the next step is we need to select the year, month, and the dates. So what we can do, first I will go with the forward date and the year. Okay. My date, my date. I can provide the date as some random number. My month. Here, I need to check something. What is the text here? It is the text is something but April. So what I can do, I have to give us a name June, June, some random. Then year, year, it is a text, right? So I will be giving the future year 2020. So I value 2027 year, June month, and the date is 20. Okay. So how we need to handle this? Anyone having any idea how to handle this? Any suggestion?
Navigating through the arrows and finding the.
I'm sorry, Abhinaya.
I mean, on the table, we can navigate to the particular month and year using that arrows, left and right arrows, and we can try to look.
So you are saying that directly we can go to interact with the tables.
Yeah, I mean, the left and right arrows we can make use.
No, your voice is not clear, Abhinaya. Sorry.
Okay.
Can you tell me one more time?
I mean, we can do the navigation through the left and right arrows until we get to the particular
Okay.
data.
So you are saying that we can navigate to the directly to this box and we can able to navigate.
Yeah,
Correct.
I'm not. Yeah.
But here, for example, good try, but see, for example, I am clicking this, I am getting this value. Okay. So, but I am looking for the year is 2027. How I can do that? Anyone having idea other than Abhinaya? You can give some try, right? So,
Click on the right arrow until we get to 2027.
okay, so we are clicking the right arrow, for example. Okay, we are clicking the right arrow. I want, okay, whatever you said, the expectation is correct, whatever how we are doing manually. But how I need to do the code implementation here? What is supposed to be my next step? So here I want to click this button. How many times I want to click? How I get to know that once I click that, I'm looking for 2027 year June month. How I identify and how I to validate that whether which is the year and the month is coming matching with my value. Because if I clicking this, it will keep on moving, right? Somewhere I need to do the validation, right?
The label, it will be displayed, right?
Yeah. Okay. So what's supposed to be my next step?
In if condition, we can give like the month equal to and the year. If
Okay.
this is satisfied, then
Okay. Fine. We need to create the if condition. Fine. But before to the if condition, okay. For example, you said that I need to create the if condition to validate the month and year. Correct?
it's
Correct. What you say, correct. But here the if condition I have created for month, okay, month and year. I'm validating month and year. Here we are validating multiple months and year, correct? But by default, what will happen? By default, when I am clicking this, I am getting the current month and the current year. Okay. Here I am checking. Here I am checking my month and year. If month and year is not matched, I will be clicking this. So if I'm doing it, clicking the forward button, clicking the forward button. In this scenario, I can able to click only one time. But I want to click keeps on. I want to click this button until whatever the value I have provided. Then how I need to supposed to implement this? Whatever you said is correct. But I want to implement in dynamic way. This is a static way. It will do only one time. If I want to do multiple times, then what I supposed to do?
You can use loop, sir.
So we will click.
Loop. Correct. Loop. Only able to loop. Only we can do. What type of loop I need to supposed to use here?
For
We
loop,
have a for loop and while loop.
we can use for loop, sir.
Why you are saying it is a for loop?
Like we can check until the condition
Correct.
satisfies.
Okay. Wow. We have a for loop and while loop. Okay. So for loop is what type of loop it is? That's supposed to know. Then only you can able to know that in which situation, which loop you have to use. We can't go randomly to select the loop.
We can use while loop, I think,
Why?
because it will execute only when the given condition is true.
What type of condition I can give?
So we'll give condition as we'll give action as a click forward button, and in the while loop we'll give condition as if month and year is what we are expecting.
So you are saying that I have to create a condition for this click button.
Keep clicking until this condition gets satisfied.
Which condition? So I'm just asking for in the
Keep clicking until I get my month and year of this expected. Like I'll give validation for my month and year. So till that condition is satisfied, is matching, keep clicking.
Fine. Okay. Okay. That also possible, I guess. First, I can create a month. Let me see. Okay, first I am creating a month. Okay, let me try this. Okay, first we need to know. Okay, can anyone know what is meant by for loop? What is meant by while? What type for loop will work? What type while loop will work? For loop is sequenced based. Okay, sequenced based only for loop will work. While loop is a condition based. Okay, when the condition is met, condition is returning true, then only the while loop will work. How we are using a if conditions. Okay, how the if condition will work? When the condition is getting true, then only the condition will work. Similarly, when the condition is true, then only the while loop will work. Correct. Similarly, sequenced based means it is a sequence of collections. Okay, what are the collections we have in Python? List, tuple, set, dictionary. So these are sequence based, and we can also use string also. String is not a sequence based, string is a iterable value. Only iterable value can able to do in the for loop. Okay, for loop is sequence based, and while loop is a condition based. So when we have a value, list of values or tuple of values or set of values, so only we can able to go with the for loop. Here we are not getting any values in the list. So we can't go with the for loop. Okay, only we can go with the while loop, some condition based, because we have a condition. What condition here it is? Here we need to go with some condition. The date, month, and year. That is what the expectation here, right? Okay, let we can go. Who given this idea?
Manisha.
Manisha. Okay, okay. So as per the Manisha session, we can give the try. So we can inspect the month here. So I'm going with the month. Okay, so this is the month. So I can do. Okay, so this is for month. Here, do I need to queue a find element or find elements? Manisha,
I'll inspect.
I'm sorry. It should be as a find element or find elements.
Find element.
Sorry. I mean,
Find
it's single element or list of elements.
List of the element.
single element.
Okay, if it is a list
Single
of
element.
elements, then we supposed to use for loop, right?
No,
Yes.
element. Single element it is.
Just elements.
Single element means if you are using a single element, then how you can move with the next step? It's supposed to go to the next year, right? Then only we can able to match with the respective element. Okay, I will go with the single element. Okay, find element. We can't go with the list of elements. It's supposed to use a form. Okay, X bar. Let's give try how it is working. Then month. Next, we have to do the validation year. Dot find element v dot export. Value. Yeah. So here I'm taking the year. Here. Okay. Can tell me how to create the condition here? Creating a while loop. While Manisha. That's okay. If it is right or wrong, that is not a matter. I want to know how your logical thinking is working, how you are trying to implement. That is the main thing. All the interviewers are expecting that only. They won't expecting the output. That code, the logical implementation is matter. Okay, tell me.
So while month is equals to my month.
It is not is equal to. In Python, we have one equal to. That is this. Okay. This is nothing but it is an assignment operator.
Operator. Okay.
Yes, and that's supposed to. It is saying that you are not strong with the basics. Okay, so you have to know the basics. That is important. Fine. My month as a month equal to my month.
My month. Yeah. And year equals to my year.
Okay.
Then we'll enter the loop.
So here we missed something.
I said
Okay.
first we need to
Here, here we are getting my month value is June, my year value is 2027. But here we are giving only the year and only the month. So what it will return? It will return a web element. We are checking equal to with a web element with the string value. We have to give that because here these values are a text value. These are text values. That is the text value. Yeah, that is a text value is here. So we supposed to extract the text from the web element. Then only we will be getting June here. We will be getting the year here. Otherwise, we will get the object here. Okay. Fine. For example, okay, as till now the code implementation we can debug. I'm opening the application, and getting the element, and I'm doing the validation with current month and the current year. That is what we will be getting, right? We will be getting the current month. We will be getting the current month. So after clicking here, I will be getting April 2025. I am validating this April 2025 with respect to June 2027. So now what will happen? The condition won't meet here. Now what I supposed to do? Okay, fine. So we will continue this class by next week. Okay. Sorry, not next week, tomorrow class. Okay. Whatever you have said is correct. Okay. But the way of implementation is something we need to modify. Okay. You guys think about this, come up with your own implementation, how to implement that, because this kind of a thinking it make you develop the logical thinking. Okay. So sure, I will give the hint. Sure, we will be using a do and the condition. Okay, but not in same. That hint I will be giving. We cannot able to do the condition here and loop here in the same line. That not make the expected functionality to be implemented. We can do. It will make the code implementation little longer. Okay, you can try to implement in your own style. Okay, if you have a time, you can try to implement and you can run and you can try to select the value June and 2027. Date we will see in the next class. I will tell you how to grab this or validate this element from the dynamic web table. Okay. Try to implement this and let me know. If you have a code, you can provide in the next class. We will try to implement in our classes. Okay. Okay. I think I'm seeing some new persons over here. This one call. Yeah. Okay. Is Sujata, are you new to the class? I'm seeing.
No,
name.
sir. Actually, hello.
Yeah.
I'm audible, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, you are.
no, sir. Actually, first three classes, starting classes, I didn't do, sir. After that, I attend the class, and last time I said send the message. I am not able to join because my health
Okay.
issues, sir. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I am seeing a new name now, so I just. Okay, you have covered the previous topics what we have discussed in the class, right?
Sir, actually, I have some problems, sir, because my laptop was not working before. Now it's fine. So I will watch first recording video, sir. Then if I will get any problem, then I will, sir, ask.
Okay, okay. So go with the previous recording and let
Yes,
me
sir.
know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let me take attendance.
Yeah.